I labeled this one trolls or demons. And trolls, you know what trolls are really?
What, people who don't have a life?
No, trolls are demons.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's
who demons are minions of.
Yeah.
Right? So we can go no further than that. Okay, people. So look. This human experience that we are experiencing, right? This experience, human experience, is like the 3rd season of Westworld on HBO, right? This human experience that we're experiencing right now, going through COVID, and we're losing people, right? It's like the 3rd season of Westworld called New World, right? Tandy Newton as Maeve, Jeffrey Wright as Bernard, Evan Raquel Wood as Dolores. They are in a battle for the type of world that they want to live in, right? It's much like what American blacks go through today, except each one of their consciousness is programmed to move the shell the way an outside force expects it to move. Now stay with that now. An outside force expects it to move. Remember, the consciousness within the shell, the ghost within the shell. You've heard the term give up the ghost. The ghost, the consciousness within the shell moves the way someone else expects it to move. So stay with me. We've talked about the hamster wheel, right? It's not the hamster's wheel because the hamster doesn't own it. It's a hamster wheel that the hamster is on, or that we constantly run on. And that is what's happening during these years of civil rights and these years of COVID with our attempts to get off the hamster wheel, right? But what if, like in Westworld season 3, what makes the quote shell move is not held in your skull? What if what makes you move is external to your body? What if your consciousness is nothing more than a module you thought was attached in your head, but is actually fitted on a series of receptors like a string of Christmas tree lights, where each light to work has to connect to the power source by being snapped in, but if removed, the light doesn't shine, nor in the case of what we call consciousness, does not exist if not connected. Right? Let's stay with this Let's stay with this, right? And this is what we see in Westworld 3 New World. Maeve exists and moves in the world at the pleasure of the creators of her. Let me say that again. Maeve exists and moves in the world at the pleasure of the creators of her. Bernard moves at the pleasure of Dolores, who believes herself to be free of Westworld in the real world because her module is still in her skull. Bernard is activated at her pleasure. So Bernard's module was activated at her pleasure. It's the ultimate God-devil narrative with humans at the Tower of Babel. Right? So that's our breakdown of Westworld, right? Westworld 3. Believability. That's a 10. Storyline through line. That's a 10. CGI, green screen, special effects 10. Wardrobe, that's a 10, right? Set design, that's a 10. The God Devil Human Complex, the God Devil Human Complex, that's a 10. So what would you rate Westworld?
I agree. The same. Great writing.
Great writing.
Yeah.
Right?
Because I remember, I don't know how many episodes back, but we reviewed season 1 of Westworld. And it's consistent. So I would give it the exact same rating that I gave it then.
Right.
You know, well written, great acting. Tandy Newton appears in episode 2. Mm-hmm. So she wasn't in episode 1. So I had to go online. I'm like, okay, so episode 1 is almost over. Where's Tandy Newton? So I went online and they said she would be in episode 2, and she was.